Hello, and welcome to the Brainscapers with Brooks and Roots. I'm Roots. Today I'm going to show you just a few pruning techniques, fall pruning, going into the winter that I want to do. A couple of things on this blood-good Japanese maple that caught my eye are some crossing branches. I just want to explain why they need to be pruned out and then show you what I need to do with that. So with pruning, a couple of things. You must make sure you have the right tool. The two I brought with me today, little pruning saw. I love this one. Works great for all sorts of things. Good and sharp. And then also my favorite pair of pruners, which I've had for a million years. So a good pair of sharp pruners or a little pruning saw. So with this is a blood-good Japanese maple. And we've got this crossing limb. It crosses in front of this one and behind this. It's starting to rub on this branch, so it's going to cause damage as this tree matures. So what I want to do is just come in here and take out the smaller of the two. I'm just going to use my hand pruners. I think they'll be sharp enough to get in here and do this. And I want to do one good sharp cut at an angle as clean as possible. And basically just remove that whole branch. That pruning cut will seal itself up. It'll be fine over a period of time. And then in looking at that, there's another one here that starts on a nice big limb down here, but then it crosses over this way. I would much rather do this while this tree is fairly young and get it in shape for when it gets bigger. So yeah, that one will be. On this one, I probably could use my saw or a pair of loppers. So it looks like a substantial limb, but that's really going to help this tree as it matures. Then here's another one. This is crosses and it's already rubbing the bark off of the main stem. So I'm going to take that one off. And that fixes a lot of problems. Got another one here. Well, that one was dead, so that came off on its own. And then as I work my way up, you see another one that's crossing. It's already scraping the bark off of this. So we're just going to go ahead and take that one out. And then I'm just going to work my way up through the tree, see if I have any other ones that are really obvious or problematic. That one. So, I don't know if you can see this. This one, the whole branch comes up great, but then it hits this big main trunk branch, and it's already rubbing, it's got a groove already worn in that. So I'm going to take that one off. And all in all, that looks pretty good. So from there, we'll move on to some other perennials and shrubs and kind of talk about those. Okay, so right tool for the right job on fall pruning. So I think I've talked about these little shears before. Head shears can be this length, a lot longer. Good sharp pair, priceless in the garden. So with this, basically, we've had a few frosts. They're going to continue. It's going to get really cold. A lot of people like to clean their hosta up for the winter by pruning them back. Other people like to leave them up and just let them die back naturally, and then in the spring come in and pull all of the loose leaves away. Either way is perfectly fine. Since this is the front of the house, we're going to want to clean up this front so it has a nice presentation for the winter. And of course, all the leaf removal needs to happen. All the trees have not lost all their leaves yet. So now's a good time to get everything cut down. And then that way, when the fall leaf cleanup comes in, it'll leave all of the beds nice and neat for the winter time. So with that, again, I just like to have a nice sharp pair. Just go in and one good haircut. And then I'll just use my other little pruners on any of the stray leaves, clip them back, so we have a nice empty, clean look for the winter time. Same over here. Find the base of the plant, come up an inch or two. Don't lose your other pruners in the process. That's why they make them red or orange. So again, in just a matter of a few seconds, you can have a nice clean bed. It'll look so much better for the winter time. Occasionally you find a weed that was hiding. That's normal. And now we're good. And a cherry tree. Pull that up. So again, we can have a nice clean look. Gets things tied up and tidied up for the winter. Go ahead and stop. So in this same little island bed of the Japanese maple and our Francis Williams hosta, we've got spirea. This variety is Anthony Water spirea. This time of year, you can't really tell what the difference is with it. But in the springtime, the new growth comes out and has lots of burgundies to the green foliage, and it has a really nice dark purple flower in June. So basically, in June, when it's first done blooming, if you cut all of the flowers off, shape it up, you'll actually get a rebloom with it, which is a really nice thing with all of the dwarf spireas. But anyways, what we want to do now is just get it in good shape for the spring. So this pruning can be done either in the fall now or first thing in the spring when the new growth comes on. And basically what I like to do is cut them by about, or maybe take about a third off, is what I'm looking at with what I'm seeing with this. So basically I just start at the top. Nice sharp shears, and I like to do things in a mushroom shape. I like that growth because I think it comes out better when it leafs back out in the springtime. So just kind of start at the top, work your way down. Pull all the dead out. Can leave them a little wild, but just basically get a nice low mushroom shaped growth to it. And I'll move on to the one behind it. Kind of like hair, if you cut too far, you can't glue it back, but at least it'll grow back. So you might make a mistake or two getting started with this, but it's not going to hurt a thing. And I'll go to this last one. I know a lot of people that are afraid to prune. They think they're going to hurt the bushes. You will not. Just work your way through. Then what you want to do is stand back, take a look, see if you've gotten everything. If you have any wild hairs, like this, that's a wild one. Just go back and add to it. And that's basically pretty much it. I'm going to get this last hosta. Oops, there's one. Other than that, basically clean up all your mess and you've got your bed ready to go for you for the winter. Another thing you might want to consider is fall feeding. If you're going to use a granular fertilizer, It's always good to wait till after Halloween, till all the leaves come off the trees. I kind of use Halloween or November 1st as my go-to for feeding. Once you have everything pruned back, a benefit to this bed would be something like holly tone or a tree and shrub food. Lightly apply it before a rain, or you can work it into the soil a little bit and let it go for the winter, and that's your winter feeding. So by doing the fall feeding, that'll help everything get a little bit of a head start in the springtime. So perfect time to get everything pruned, fed, tucked away for winter, and you're good to go. Thank you for joining Brooks and Roots today with the Brainscapers. Please like, share it with your friends, and subscribe. We appreciate you. Have a great day.